could hear him on the Orioles telecast. Heard him yesterday. He is Kevin Brown. I can't get to it, Joe, on this side. Kevin, what's up, man?
I do like more than two musical artists. I just want people to know that.
Yeah, but, I think when you come on the show, those are the two that always get played for you, though, right?
I know,
yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not going to complain. Yeah. But, my taste is wider than that. I'm just going to let the folks out there know.
Can you give us a band that maybe, or an artist that maybe people will be surprised that you really like?
I saw 9 Inch Nails in concert 2 weeks ago. I love 9 Inch Nails.
Love it.
Yeah, that might be a surprise to some.
I was surprised the day you said something. He has more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Who was that weekend?
Yeah.
Where were we
I
that
referenced
weekend?
the Kendrick Drake feud. Love Kendrick.
Yeah, he said
Still one of the great halftime shows.
He has more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Kevin, we're going to get to some college basketball, but yesterday you said it was very awkward seeing Samuel Basallo lead the ball game. What have you heard about that injury?
Really just what Craig Albernet said after the game, which was he didn't think it was serious, and he did not believe there would be a need for further testing. I think when a player now, and this may be a fairly recent development, when a player now grabs at his chest or near his side, I think oblique. I think a lot of us now think oblique. Like there was such a rash of oblique injuries in baseball over the last several years, and then it feels like this spring training, the Hammett bone is the new oblique. But we heard about it last year with Adley Rutschman dealing with two oblique issues. Gunnar Henderson had the adductor issue that's very similar, and those issues can knock players out for a while. So that was my fear, but hopefully it is just some soreness from landing hard and nothing more, because, as we said during the broadcast, Samuel Basallo should be a huge part of this team. So it was refreshing and relieving to know that Craig Albernet said he didn't think it'd be too serious, and I'm sure that'll be the first question he's asked at his media session today.
Kevin, you'd be surprised or maybe happy. No, one of my favorite songs is "Hurt." Jeremy knows why.
Oh my gosh, beautiful song, and the Johnny Cash version of it
is haunting. Yes, 100%. But the 9 Inch Nails was
and I
awesome
have a head like a hole. So
anyway, what about so far? I mean, obviously, I don't know how much stock we put into spring training performances, but I do like what I see from some of the starting pitching. Trevor Rogers, is he exceeding expectations?
I mean, you're right. It's hard to put too much stock in, but he certainly looks like last year, doesn't he? I mean, the velocity is really good already. He's already carrying his reload through 2 starts. The command looks just as sharp. Everybody expects Trevor Rogers has to take a step back because, everybody in the history of baseball, just about since, the mound was moved after 1968, has had to take a step back from that kind of season. But he looks just like himself. I mean, there are certain things he tweaked a little bit. He wants a little more velocity. And I think at his motion, his deception, his arm angle, he doesn't need an overwhelming amount of velocity. But if he can pick up just a mile per hour, I think that makes a huge difference. Mm-hmm. He's tweaked his sweeper a little bit, which was such a great pitch last year. So he looks like he is exactly where he left off to me. It's pretty amazing to watch him and go, yeah, this is just the same guy. It just, you want 30 starts. I mean, the only downside last year was he was hurt for the first couple of months of the year, and the Orioles only got half of that out of him. But if you get 30 starts out of Trevor Rogers, I think we're looking at another really special year.
Kev, I want you to stay with the Orioles, but you're quickly becoming one of my favorite basketball.
No doubt.
I mean,
no doubt.
You do such a phenomenal job, and I'm not trying to kiss your ass because you're here. I'd have said it if you weren't. But this year, you don't have to give me the best team you've seen, but give me an intriguing team that you think may have a chance to maybe make some noise, because you've seen quite a few games this season.
Yeah, I mean, the first one would be the easy answer, which is Duke. But I also haven't seen Michigan in person. But an intriguing team, I'll give you one that's not far down the road. I think what Virginia's done this year is really special. And Virginia actually plays Duke tomorrow, which will be a great atmosphere in Cameron. And if Duke wins that, they clinch the ACC. If Virginia wins that, they would tie Duke for first in the ACC and have the tiebreaker with 2 games to go. Virginia, folks kind of stopped paying attention after Tony Bennett stepped down before last year. Virginia has a completely new team with the exception of one player, Elijah Gertrude, who really is a kind of a garbage time player or, foul trouble emergency player at this point, which is not all that uncommon in college basketball, but is for Virginia, where for years and years they were the program of development. They'd get a player, they'd redshirt him as a freshman, he'd play a little bit as a redshirt freshman, maybe take a step up as a redshirt sophomore, then by a junior he was an all-ACC guy. That's not the case now. They have two players from overseas who are older players. Mm-hmm. They have a ton of transfers. They have this freshman, Chance Mallory, who's about 5'7", 5'8", from Charlottesville, like a local hero who's become this incredible spark plug off the bench. And I think they'll be somewhere in the 4 or 5 seed range, but they are good enough to win multiple games in the tournament. They are one of the best shot blocking teams in the country, and they're one of the most balanced teams in the country. They are a great 3-point shooting team. They have 9 guys on the floor who can all make a 3. That's pretty rare. And they have, like I said, one of the best shot blocking defenses in the country. So on a night where they're making threes, they're one of the toughest teams to beat in the country. On a night where they're not, they can really stymie you defensively. And it's just so weird to see Virginia score in the 80s. I mean, they would score the 80s like twice a year under Tony Bennett. They've scored the 80s, I think, close to 20 times this year. So,
Odom's a great coach.
Just a couple hours down the road. I mean, Ryan Odom, you're right. He was obviously, people know him from here at UMBC, literally just down the road. And then went to Utah State and won there, went to BCU and won there, and he's winning here. So Virginia is a team I think will make some noise here. I think they've been a little under the radar just because the top of college basketball is so buzzy, right? Michigan's been such a buzzy team. Duke, Arizona was unbeaten for such a long time. They're Caleb Wilson at Carolina, AJ DeBonsa, Derek Peterson. These freshmen are getting such headlines, and Virginia's just kind of rolling along at a much improved ACC, and they've only lost twice, and they just beat a really good NC State team by 29. So I like Virginia to kind of get on the national radar here again in the next few weeks.
Kevin Brown. Kevin, when are you doing your next O's game, your next college basketball game?
Next basketball game is tomorrow, Louisville-Clemson, which is a good one in the ACC. I think that's at 2 o'clock on ESPN2, and then I come home tomorrow night, and next O's game is on Sunday. They're playing somebody. It's a spring game. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I think that's against the Red Sox, and I think Chris Bassett is going to make his Oriole debut because Shane Boz is today, Kyle Bradish is tomorrow, and I believe Chris Bassett's going to start on Sunday. So that'll be fun to watch.
And a little Trey Gibson tonight, too. I think he comes in afterwards.
Getting your frequent flyer miles around, Kevin. I appreciate your time this morning.
Trying. Thank you, guys. Always good to be on.